Have you ever felt like there's a silent battle raging inside you? It's a struggle that doesn't often make headlines or come up in conversation, not because it's invisible, but because we've normalized it. Imagine this: you wake up feeling utterly drained, moving through your day with a foggy mind, struggling to find joy, motivation, or even a connection with others. We often point the finger at our routines, jobs, screens, or even the dreary weather outside. But let's be honest, at the heart of it all is a deeper issue. Our brain's chemistry, it's way out of whack. And one of the biggest culprits in this unseen war, dopamine. Now, hold on, dopamine isn't just that feel-good chemical. It's the very spark of motivation. It's what gets you up in the morning, helps you focus, and lets you feel satisfaction in your accomplishments. When your dopamine levels are balanced, life feels like a breeze. Your emotions are clearer and your energy is directed. But when they dip, everything seems like a heavyweight. The simplest tasks can start to feel impossible. In our world today, where we face overstimulation on one end and chronic exhaustion on the other, many of us are unknowingly running on empty. But guess what? The good news is that boosting your dopamine levels is within your reach. You don't need a prescription to feel alive again, and you definitely don't need to escape your daily life to reignite that inner fire. Today, we're diving into 10 simple yet powerful practices that can help you rewire your brain and restore balance. And I promise, these aren't about perfection. They're about reconnecting with those small yet mighty habits that have the power to shift your entire emotional landscape. If you've been feeling stuck, numb, or like you just don't resemble yourself anymore, this episode is for you. Because when you learn to boost dopamine the right way, slowly, intentionally, and consistently, you don't just start to feel better. You begin to become better, clearer, stronger, and more aligned with your true self. Let's kick off this journey, not as a wild chase for happiness, but as a return to balance, presence, and energy that flows from within, rather than relying on external validation. Your mental and emotional well-being aren't luxuries. They're the foundation of everything in your life. And now it's time to rebuild that foundation, step by step. 1. Move, even if it's just a little. Have you noticed how different the world feels after just a short walk? It's mind-blowing, right? It's not just physical, it's mental and emotional too. The fog clears, tension melts away, and suddenly you're thinking more clearly and breathing more deeply. And here's the secret: it's all about dopamine. Even simple, slow movement boosts its production. But let's get real. Sometimes we get stuck in the hustle culture, thinking that movement has to mean intense workouts or hitting specific targets. But here's the thing: your body doesn't need a grand performance to heal. It just needs to move. Dopamine doesn't wait for the perfect gym session. It responds to rhythm and flow, just like the gentle rise and fall of your breath. So let me ask you this: when you're feeling low, do you usually stop moving? You scroll, you binge watch, and you end up feeling worse. But ironically, that's when you most need to move. It's not about impressing anyone or reaching a certain goal. It's about resetting. So take a moment, stand up, stretch your arms, walk around your room with intention. If you can, step outside. Let your senses revel in the world, not the one you scroll through, but the real one. Do it not because you're broken, but because your body is meant to move. 2. Eat with intention, not emotion. Now let's talk about food. What's your go-to when you're feeling down? It's usually not silence or deep breaths. Nope, it's food. We reach for that comfort snack, not out of hunger, but to dull emotional pain for just a moment. But have you ever thought about this? Every time you eat as a response to emotions, you're not just nourishing your body, you're rewiring your brain. When we indulge emotionally, we disrupt our essential neurotransmitters, including dopamine. Think about it. Our choice of food can literally determine our moods. Protein-rich foods, healthy fats, these are your dopamine powerhouses. But when you swap real nourishment for sugary spikes or processed comfort food, you may feel better for a bit and worse later. So ask yourself, after you eat, how does your body feel? Energized or drained? What would happen if you started your day with nutrient-dense foods before diving into your emails or social media. Trust me, your brain will thank you. 3. Sleep like you're recharging your soul. Next up is sleep. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly rested? Not just closed your eyes, but gave yourself the full permission to reboot? In this hustle-driven culture, sleep often gets treated as a luxury, but it's a necessity. When you disrespect your need for sleep, your brain cannot function as intended, especially regarding dopamine production. Quality sleep is crucial for maintaining balance. So how do we prioritize sleep as a ritual rather than an afterthought? Start small. Set a consistent bedtime, dim the lights, and unplug from screens an hour before bed. Create a sanctuary where your mind can unwind. Remember this, a well-rested mind is a powerful mind. 4. Embrace stillness with yourself. Finally, how often do you find yourself entirely alone with your thoughts? No distractions, no planning, no scrolling, just you being you. Sounds liberating, right? Yet, so many of us find this stillness uncomfortable. But here's a powerful truth. Healing starts in the silence. It's where you gain insight and momentum to reconnect with your true self. So challenge yourself. Set aside a few minutes each day just to be still. Meditate, journal, or focus on your breathing. In that stillness, you'll find clarity, insight, and a deeper connection to yourself. Remember, this journey is about balance, not perfection. When you practice these habits, you're not just boosting dopamine, you're enhancing your well-being, growing clearer and stronger. If you're ready to transform your life day by day, hit that like button, subscribe, and join me on this adventure to reclaim our mental and emotional spaces. Let's do this together.